today on this beautiful morning. And today what we're going to talk about is this idea of what is your favorite fruit. And we're going to use that with a little tongue in cheek, in terms of this part of the Bible, because it actually is a big question. So what we've been looking at, for those of you joining us the first time, we've been looking at this idea of the temptation that we can know it all, that we can have opinions about everybody, we can have opinions about everything, and they're all 100% correct. That's eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which is a metaphor from the book of Genesis. And it's so tempting to think we can do that. It's so tempting because we can see it, right? Like, it's not like this tree's hidden. Here's this tree, and it doesn't say don't look at it. It says just don't eat of it. And so we're to look at it and we can see, oh, this is good stuff. This is bad stuff. This is good fruit. This is bad fruit. But the idea of eating of it, the idea of consuming it, the idea that we could eat of it and really, really know exactly what's going on in everyone's life and have the appropriate judgments is oh so tempting, and I was laughing with someone last night. I just again and again think like, oh yeah, boy, you know what? If they just listen to me, and that's not how it works. It's not the world that God has created, thankfully. And so that's what we're picking up here today is when Eve, again, which we sort of see as a metaphorical part of ourselves, when Eve actually finally like takes a bite of the apple, so to speak, and they end up getting kicked out of the Garden of Eden. So this is it's some of this stuff, folks. It's just so it's fun. It was fun looking at it, getting ready for this morning, because so much of it is so rich. It's just is exactly what we as human beings do. So when the woman saw the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree desirable to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. She also gave it to her husband, and he ate. Now, gave it to Adam. The beauty of that is, I love the description here of like, yeah, the fruit looks really good and it tastes really good. It is really edible. It is all this stuff, and this piece, like, it's traditionally thought of as an apple, though it just says a piece of fruit, but we'll just call it an apple. It's really tempting because we look at that stuff and we can find ourselves so enamored with it, right? And so sure that we can just eat of this stuff freely. And folks, I was thinking about it today and thinking, yeah, where's kind of the challenge? Because again, I would never want to say we don't want to parse out evil and good. I mean, obviously the Bible's filled with commands to do just that. But it's this deeper place where our sense of self-autonomy really believes now we are completely able to make all decisions in a way that the way that is really only God's to make. And it's sort of us juxtaposing our opinion. It's sort of thinking that our opinion is exactly like God's opinion, that our opinion somehow has a divine patina on it. And that's really, really dangerous. When we put a divine patina on our opinion versus just saying it's our opinion, things can go upside down pretty quickly. So the part of this, folks, like thinking, where's this fruit? So just ask you just to think, what is your favorite fruit? What is the one that when you see it just sitting right there, it's like, yeah, I can't help it. I pick that fruit all the time, and it looks good, it actually tastes good, and that looking good and tasting good. Emanuel Swedenborg had a great phrase for that. He called it the pleasure of insanity. Is that a great phrase or what? Because it's totally crazy. Like, we love indulging in that, and somehow it tastes good. And I think folks, like, simple example that I'm sure many of us have experienced. If you have not, you are far beyond normal spirituality. So good on you. And but just the juiciness of gossip, right? Like, we kind of lean in, listen a little bit. It starts to create a little flutter in our hearts. We feel like we have special information and special this and special that. And we kind of like it. It's a little tintulating to get into gossip, right? And I think that is exactly like this. It looks good. And guess what, folks? It tastes good. It both. Like, there's no question about it. Looking good and tasting good. There's nothing in a way more fun than just good, juicy gossip and having a little conversation over here on the side. That's eating of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And the trick is, the trick is, and this is like really hard, is to call yourself on the fact that it's pleasurable, right? So it'll happen. And when you feel that little like, "Ooh, this is kind of interesting," just call yourself on it. Just be like, "Oh, yeah, that's where I do it." And have good enough friends out there. I know I certainly do have some friends who I can call like, "Yeah, this is my temptation. This happened, and guess what? I know I'm right." And they said blah blah blah, and I said blah blah blah. It's like it, and I know what the temptation is here. It's just to have some friends who you can actually say that to, so you can put it out there that here's the temptation, here's the struggle. This is where the fruit actually looks really good and actually tastes really good to me, and I am eating it all up. That's a big part of spiritual growth. Now, again, folks, please remember, with these stories, it needs said over and over and over and over again. These stories are not about humanity's failures. These stories are about humanity's story. It's really big, not about our failures, but about our story. Of course, we're going to do this. This is exactly why it's in the book and exactly why it's written about, because this is what we do as human beings. And the question always is, all right, this is what we do as human beings. Got it. So how do we just understand that's part of life and just keep on working? Now, obviously, tomorrow we're going to look at the repercussions of when we do that and we take that too far and what it actually costs us. But just know, again, this is not about a guilt trip. This is about awareness. And I think that is, as a pastor, I think that is 99.9% of the battle is, can we just simply start to become aware of where we might be grabbing hold of things that, yep, certainly look good. Yep, certainly taste good. Yep, and certainly aren't good. Let's be clear about those three. All right, friends. Great chatting with you again this morning. What we're going to do right now is we're going to do a little meditation, a little prayer, and a little blessing. So to start with our meditation, we're going to get a little breath here. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and bring you home and bring you peace. Amen. All right, friends. Well, I hope you are all looking forward to a great week, and I know we certainly are. And let me pull this, or weekend, I should say. Let me pull this on up here. All right, give a little hello on our social media platforms. And again, folks, just a little FYI. Oftentimes, stuff will not show up on my phone. I try to do it both. But feel free to always leave a comment, and I will comment back to you as quickly as I can, even if it's in written form. All right. Linda writes, good morning and good morning to you, Linda. Cherry, happy Thursday, your favorite day. It absolutely is. You know, it's a great day to go. Here you go. And you can tell this to Bill. It's a great day to go out to dinner. There you go. That's what I think. Teresa writes, good morning, humanity's story. It really is humanity's story. And again, I love the way Teresa said, like, it's just part of our story. It's part of our story, part of the way we learn. Marcus, good morning to you, buddy, and I hope you're doing well. Linda writes, awareness. I wish I had in the moment more often. Hindsight is both valuable and torturous. Oh, truer words were never spoken, Linda. You know, it really completely is that really good thing. You're like, did I really say that? Did I really do that? Oh my goodness, like craziness, right? Um, Let's see. I see Ann's watching and Terry, great to have you joining us. And Kathy, great to have you joining us. Trisha, great to have you with giving us a little heart there this morning, as well as Patty. And good morning to Mary. And good morning to Rita as well. And folks, just wishing you all the best. Yeah. And again, like hold this a little lightly. Like I mean this very seriously. Like look at this stuff and just you just have to laugh, right? Because human beings are we're so human, right? And God loves you anyways. We all love you anyways. And just like look at it and just get a little bit of a giggle today around the awareness of, yeah, sometimes I really enjoy the pleasures of insanity. Sometimes I manage to pick the wrong fruit. And today's a good day to ask, what is your favorite fruit? All right. Take care, friends. We'll see you. Bye bye.